was amazing. It's everywhere you go, people get it. People understand you. They're willing to, just geek out with you about fighting games, and it's like a unique language.
So, speaking of a unique language, Tiku is the other player we forgot to introduce, but he is playing Tiger versus Kogatan's Ragna.
Nice segue. This is not a match you see very often anymore, but what it used to revolve around... Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe that clashed. But it used to revolve around spacing out a 5C with Ragna, the long sword poke, and saying, Tiger, you can't move. you can't live in this area. And you see, every time he whisks the moves, he's representing frame advantage because Tiger can't be there.
He can't walk forward.
He can't dash.
Tiger's one of the characters without it. Again, that clashed.
Yeah, Tiger's hitboxes are unbelievable.
So, speaking of clashes, if two hitboxes collide without the hurtboxes colliding, then you get a clash, and that can be instantly canceled into anything. Barrier, another move, whatever you name it. Wow, the confidence. If you're Tiger's unique...
So back
first
dash
of all,
to the reversal.
Tiku understanding exactly what Kogatan's going to do, and just Tiger's backdash, one of the few with enough invincibility to get through that.
And this is just classic grappler. You see, every time you play a grappler, you see that choice. Is it a command grab? Is it not a command grab? And in that case, Kogatan guessed wrong twice and died. And in that circumstance, where the grappler's in, you have made a crucial mistake at some point.
Oh, of course.
Because their neutral capabilities are always weak. And in this game, it's no exception.
Yes. And Kogatan, a player very famous for not being afraid to DP. Oh, he's DP 3 times. He won't do it again. Inferno Diviner.
You always need to tailor your choices to the opponent you're playing against.
Overdrive combo.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
You got the flash.
Gets very decent damage, and I was going to say corner knockdown. Wow!
Oh, interesting.
Double overhead. I like it. So, speaking of Tiger's mechanic, nice little buffer there. I'm not sure what. Maybe he's just styling, knowing Tiger can't really do much at this range.
Yeah, it really can't. But he's getting real estate. This actually matters. Like, it might look very simple, like very straightforward, but every moment that Tiger's walking forward, that is real estate.
It is.
And eventually, you reach the corner and say, I can't walk back anymore. And
I have a problem.
You've made a serious
Tiger's
mistake.
right here.
Yeah, right. I love the block there from Tiku. Gauntlet Haze at the distance is reactable, barely. It's on the edge, but you can do it. In BlazBlue, a very big part of the game is reacting to mix-ups. And some of them are difficult or impossible to react to, but the ones that aren't, you need to react to it. Maybe not every time, but you need to at least raise your percentage.
And so Tiger, his game is going to rely around, besides getting a grab, of course, getting a knockdown, putting him in the mix-up, is getting him magnetized. Because any move with a glow on it will draw his opponent towards him if they are magnetized. Those white lines on him right at this moment.
It's kind of an unfortunate ending of that combo. I think it was supposed to end in a corner knockdown. It ended up putting Kogatan outside the corner, and Tiku's in the corner now. And a grappler has no quick way to change that. He's, you see the space behind Kogatan, how far he can go. Oh my god.
Overdrive.
Oh my
god. Punish that. This is massive damage.
I have never seen that before in my life, but that was so cool. He used the overdrive.
Air dash. DP Rapid Overdrive. Drops the combo. He's going nuts. And Ragna's mechanic is he steals life with every purple hit. He gets the... This is it.
What a beautiful round. So let me try to go back there. So first, Tiku fires off first by overdriving through the blood sight. And in that moment, there's actually nothing that Kogatan can do. He can't cancel move in any way. He's going to have landing recovery, so you just hit him from the 720.
The super command grab, massive damage.
Immediately after that, Kogatan fires back with a cross-up Dragon Punch. It's a very fast cross-up. And overdrives after that into a full combo, drops it, insanity ensues. Tiku ends up taking the end of it, which puts us to 1-0. These players are both so wild. I love this playstyle. Like, on Tiku's side, I love the reads he's willing to make. And on Kogatan's side, I love the style. Like, I love the flash.
Fearlessness.
Yeah, he's doing it. Like,
everyone's like, oh, I might need to save my burst for this. He's like, I'll use it here. I'll show him the flash.
Well, the other hand of that, what I really like about using your overdrive against Tager is you're not going to find a good spot to burst anyway.
That's true. You can't burst grabs.
This is one of the characters you really are not going to have a good place to burst against. So if your character has a way to use the overdrive, maybe do it. Maybe find a way to implement that in your game plan against Tager.
A rare moment of respect from both players. Kogatan running full screen barriering, Tiku running walking and barriering. Wow.
I like that.
Yes.
I really like that.
He wanted to keep the full screen advantage. However, Atomic Collider, extreme suction. Wow.
That trading is actually really good for Ragna.
Almost
it was a little unfortunate.
Almost converted up. Another fatal counter.
Oh my god. That's damage.
He's got the meter. He might be able to...
D Inferno Divider? That's not a true Dragon Punch. It only works at neutral. So for that to be a thing that he's going to is very, very interesting.
Also, that combo was off counter assault.
That is the 4th DP he's hit this round, and it's going to win it the round.
Tager's counter assault is unique, is it actually knocks them down instead of blowing them away.
Right.
And he actually didn't tech, so he comboed off of it. It didn't get much, but it got a magnet.
Yeah, and put him back in the corner, too. Man, I love Kogatan's playstyle. You see just like the up, down, there. Seeing if Tiku's going to twitch.
Yeah. The movement, sometimes that's all it takes to make someone panic and press a button. And sometimes it's not a good button.
Because like I was saying, reaction's a big deal. So when you just do some weird things to mess with the reaction, it matters.
Nice tick throw.
This is dangerous. Honestly, I love how willing he is to DP, even when he has no meter. Like, a lot of times you'll see a Ragna player that can only DP when he has meter, and that can be a huge tell. Kogatan, he's not giving any tells. He's just an animal.
A rare drop.
You know,
but
in this case, Kogatan's actually been dropping a lot. Maybe,
maybe
he's tired, nervous, something. Like
jet lag is a very distinct possibility.
There have been some pretty serious drops for Kogatan, and he's just playing well enough. It hasn't mattered.
Yeah,
his adaptation in the second set was flawless.
His scramble is some of the cleanest scramble I've ever seen.
It's very clean.
He makes omelets.
If you're gonna make eggs. If you're gonna scramble your eggs,
put a little peppers, a little cheese.
You might as well make them omelets.
Cooking with Kogatan. Tiku, right now, getting some heartfelt advice from his friends.
I like slowing it down here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're playing a big tournament. You just need to take a breather.
Too many people mash that X button. I must get back in. I must play. I must.
Well, especially if your opponent visibly adapted to you strongly. You should take a breather.
Yeah, take a breather.
You should see if you can figure out what it was that happened and if it's fixable. Yeah. Sometimes reads are like they're too subtle. Like sometimes you just can't even figure out what it was. But if you think about the key moments where you lost the most life and they got the best situations, you can often do it.
One of the most important things that I hear quite often is people say, "Oh, this character is mindless. Oh, this is brainless. This strategy is brainless." There is nothing brainless about top-level fighting games.
Right.
These guys' minds are working a mile a minute.
Right.
What if I do X? Will he do Y? If he does Y, should I do Z?
Right there. You see a moment where that is a block string that only has a gap when you instant block it. Kogatan knew exactly what was going on. Instant block, press the Dragon Punch. Those are the kind of moments you see in high-level fighting games. And until you've reached that echelon, that massive echelon, you just, there's a lot to learn. So try to avoid ever equating a person's playstyle to brainless. You're absolutely right.
Wow!
Honestly, I've been waiting for Kogatan to do that because he's been pressing so many DPs, and when it got blocked, you know he's gonna wrap it and do another one.
And you know that Tiku's like, oh, I've seen these DPs. I'm gonna punish one of these. That time, no, rapid, do it again. Yeah. He wants that pressure. He wants to keep him in the corner, scared for the grapple game.
It's a great play by Tiku. And he is on match point now.
On match point. Both of them gonna get their burst back.
You have to wonder if the guy leaned over and just said, hey, bait some Dragon Punches. Because he's doing it now. And maybe that breather was all
wow! I have never seen that confirmed before, and that was massive.
It hurts. You feel it against Tager in this version.
Excellent block. Double instant block.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Wow.
Oh, the clash!
That's his favor.
To clash and get something with Tager there, that's hard. That is a good choice. That is a season clash.
And just
Tiku
like that,
takes it.
just like that, it's over.
Kogatan is out. Yeah, he looks pretty sad about that. Yeah, you know, it's a long flight.
Tiku, as you can see, extremely excited about that. I mean, that's a rough match.